Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Is it working? It's working. Okay. Thank you very much for being here.
Wow, what a great birthday present, Thundy. The debut of Talking Up a Storm, with a great guest in it, Cheesewiz, and it is resub day.
Thanks, Mind Crush. I thought I had muted that stuff. Apparently not. Thanks so much, Mind Crush. So, what happened there? Why is that showing on the screen? Why is that showing on the screen? Hold on a second. What's going on? No. Oh my god. What is that? Anyway, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Thank you very much for being here. How's it going? I am Thunderceptor11. Welcome to the first episode of Chatting Up a Storm. I am excited to kick off this new show. This is something I've been wanting to do for years, and it's a pleasure to be joined by one of my closest friends on the platform. So I'm gonna deafen here so he can actually hear me, which is still not working, is it? No, because I had clicked out. This is going fine. This is going fine. Now we should be fine. Okay. Now we should be good. Now we should be good. Let's try this again. I have the pleasure of being joined by one of my closest friends on this platform. When you hang out with this man, you're guaranteed for a relaxing, enjoyable time. He's the location that you want to be for E3, Nintendo Direct, Sony State of Play, and more. He co-developed SoonTM.com, the ultimate gaming calendar and tracker, so we'll never forget about upcoming game releases. And I've known him for 5 years, and he's easily one of the most wholesome and down-to-earth human beings I've ever met. So tonight we are chatting up a storm with Cheesewiz, and as soon as I swap over here, just take a look at this guy. Cheese, can you hear me?
Yo, brother man, what's going on? Happy birthday, dude. Happy birthday. Hi.
How's it going?
What's rock and roll, man?
How we doing?
How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, rocking. How about you?
I'm good.
How's the new setup, man?
You're
on the new
good.
couch and everything,
It's
right?
You know a thing about couches. I'm kind of comfortable.
Yeah, show us the couch. Let's see it. Let's see the quality.
It's fluffy. It's soft. It's bouncy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Premium pillows. I like it, man.
Premium.
Nice.
You need the best gaming content right there.
You got some gaming pillows. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
We're set to go.
What you need to do though, you need to grab some crayons. You need to start coloring those. Those are coloring pillows.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Ah,
Exactly, yeah.
that's a good idea. That's a
You
really
know what
good
you should do?
idea.
You should write the name of the guest, every single guest you have, on that pillow.
That's
with a
good
Sharpie.
idea. I like that idea. I have to get some fabric friendly. Oh, we'll do that. I like that
Fabric
idea.
friendly. No. Just you need crayons. That's all you need.
But do we need like Crayola crayons, or we need like the crappy ones that you'd get at like a Cracker Barrel or something?
Well, I mean, yeah, you could just take them home with you. I'm sure they probably wouldn't miss them, but yeah, no, you could definitely use those too.
I could use the remaining of them for like ambient lighting, like candles. You know, all that wax.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Exactly.
thank you so much for being here. It's good to have you here as our very first guest.
Dude, it's an absolute honor to be on the Thunderceptor Brother Man podcast as the first guest, man. Seriously. That's it's an absolute honor. I know you've been putting this together for a long time. I know you've been pouring your heart into this, and just you've wanted something to really kind of dive into again for a while. And I'm really excited to see this take off, man. I'm really excited to see you put even more into it. I'm really excited to see more guests and stuff on it. And again, I'm honored, man. I'm absolutely honored.
You've been one of my closest friends for a long time, so there's really nobody else I'd rather have on right away. So thanks again for not just for being here, but for all your help. Cheese has been a huge help with getting the show underway. We spent how much time last night? We were up until like 1 a.m. Just going over.
We were up for a little while.
Yeah, we were up for a while. I mean, we were chatting. I mean, it's just what we do, which we're going to be doing here for the next hour. But we were just kind of relaxing. He was helping me with the lighting and giving me his expert opinions. And Cheese knows a lot about lighting and about this kind of stuff. The reason why his setup looks so good.
Well, thank you. No, dude, your setup looks absolutely fantastic, man. I'm super proud of how you put it all together. He was showing me a little behind the scenes and stuff of like how it actually is set up in his room and the different lights and everything. He has 2, and he's gone absolutely all out. It looks great. Chat, it looks pretty good, right? It looks pretty damn awesome.
Appreciate it, but it's pretty good. We got a lot of Star Wars stuff. Lots of Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, man. Dude, that's why I'm wearing this shirt.
Oh,
I was like, I gotta wear the Star Wars shirt for the Star Wars Brother Man podcast. Let's go.
that shirt right there is the same picture I have on my wall. A New Hope on the left-hand side. That's funny.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
You flatter
cool.
me. This show just got 10
Absolutely,
times better.
brother man.
That's great. You look like you're ready to go snowboarding.
Is that because of this?
Oh, it's more because of the goggles. But yeah, that like the actual snowboard helps
I mean,
too.
I could. Do you want to?
You by all means, you could. Jesus is getting his snowboard from the wall, and he's walking back over to us.
Yeah, this is my baby. This
That's
is
beautiful.
yeah. It's for anybody. It's a Capita Defenders of Awesome. I think 2018 edition. 2018 edition. It's beautiful. I just love the name. Defenders of Awesome. That's I don't know. That's something stupid and dumb, and I love it.
How long have you had that board?
This one, not that long, since 2019. So about, I went 2 seasons on this so far. I didn't get it 2018, but when 2019 came out, I looked it up, and I didn't really like the 2019 look. I liked this one a lot more, so I went for this one. But I've been snowboarding since I was 13 years old, and I was skiing since I was 3 years old. So I've been hitting up the hills for a long time. And I hear you're a pretty big skier yourself, brother man.
Yeah, I've been skiing since I was 3. I used to race too. I used to race slalom competitively for a little while. So yeah, Cheese and I definitely have that in common. We like hitting the slopes in the winter, which is funny because now I'm down south, so not much snow down here.
Exactly right. Well, you got to come up, and we got to do some snowboarding and some skiing sometime, man. You got to make it happen.
I'd love to do that. That'd be fantastic.
The invitation's open, man.
I
Honestly,
appreciate it.
invitation's open. We could do some like 2-player 1 controller stuff. We
Oh.
could do some snowboarding. We could, have some drinks and just, I could show you around the Canadian lands. It'd be
Bruise
great.
Day with Cheese in person.
Bruise Day.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
Yes. That sounds good. I love Canada.
But no, I love snowboarding, man. I even did like snowboarding streams. You remember that?
I do. I remember that.
Yeah, brother man, the snowboarding streams. So basically, I had my camera on my phone, and then what I did is I put it on a gimbal, which is a stabilizer for anybody that doesn't know what a gimbal is. It attaches there. And then I had this long stick, and I would hold it behind me, and I'd snowboard like forward and be behind me, and I'd stream it. I'd live stream it with the Streamlabs app on the phone, and it was crazy. I had like a battery pack because the battery would die pretty quick in the cold and everything, but that was intense. And if you're into snowboarding and stuff, I like to do the glades, and the glades are essentially the hill with the trees. So there's lots and lots of trees, and you're diving and dipping between the trees, and there's lots of powder and stuff. So it's extra chaotic on it too. So that was a lot of fun, especially streaming, because then you got your phone back here, and you're like, oh man, I do not want to smack a tree with my phone as I'm streaming it.
They have those gimbals set up pretty well though,
No,
because I
no.
think the stick itself is invisible on the camera. I think the way they have that set up. So
No,
it
it
just
wasn't
shows you.
invisible. There is now cameras like that. I think it's called the 3D Go or something like that. No,
Okay.
it's called something else. But yeah, no, there are sticks like that they actually take the camera takes a stick out of it, and it's really cool. It's really cool.
Fancy technology.
Yeah.
So that was going to be my next question. What if regards to slopes? So the glades are your favorite to go down on.
Yeah. I'm not much of a park guy. Like, I hit up the park once in a while, but I definitely like the glades. I like the powder. I like the glades. I like going fast. I like making the huge, nice carves. I like going switch and stuff and popping 180s and going off bumps and whatnot. But I'm not a huge like trick park guy.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
have you done all of your boarding up in Canada?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've done, yeah. I don't think I've ever done boarding or skiing in the US. If I have, it was a long time ago. I might have, because I'm not too far from the border. I might have done a trip actually down to the US once with my dad and my brother, where we might have done it. I can't remember where it was though. But yeah, most of it is in the Canadian lands. And I'm planning on hitting up Whistler next year, which is like the best place to go do that.
Whistler's fantastic. My dad and my sister went out there years ago to Whistler. They said it was some of the best skiing they've ever had. So if we'll have to get you down to like the Utah, Salt Lake City area too, because the powder out west is just extraordinary. East Coast, you got a lot of the pack powder in the ice, so that's not as fun. But that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
really
man.
cool.
Anyways, yeah, invitation's open. You got to come up. You got to do some skiing and some snowboarding together.
I'd
We'll
love
hit up
to.
the hills. Maybe do some streaming of that too. That'd be pretty awesome.
We'll do 2 players, 1 controller while on the slopes. It's never been done before.
Well, no, we'll do this. We'll do this talk show halfway on the slopes.
There you go. That's it. We'll do another interview while we're live. That's it. That's the plan. We'll ask a question on the first way down. Then we'll wait till we get to the top again. Then we'll do it again. That's it.
Yeah,
that's the plan.
Shot not carrying the couch though. You got to carry the couch. That's.
I'll start working out now. These drumsticks for arms don't really do me any good, so I'll get on that. So one of the games that Cheese is actually working on right now is, and I think a lot of us were kind of dying to see him play this, and Eve's streaming it early. It's Hollow Knight. It's a game I've loved for a while. How's that going? I was lurking in there earlier, and you only died a couple of times tonight, but you pick it up quick,
dude. Yeah, man, dude. Hollow Knight. It is the game. I've been streaming for 6.5 years, and it is the game that has been the most requested of all time on my stream. Like I'm talking like every week, someone come in and is like, "Cheese, you ever played Hollow Knight? I think you'd like that game." Cheese, oh, you like Souls and Metroidvania games and cool indie games with phenomenal soundtracks and beautiful art and like attention to detail. Have you ever tried Hollow Knight? You ever played Hollow Knight? Cheese, you should play Hollow Knight. Hey, Cheese, are you gonna play Hollow Knight at some point? So much so that it became this huge giant meme. It became the meme game in my channel, where every time someone would be like, Hollow Knight? Yeah, right. That game sucks. Like, why would I ever play that game, right? So much so, and it built up over so many years that finally, after doing my first ever subathon, after 6 years of streaming, never done a subathon, finally did one. One of the incentives was to finally play Hollow Knight, and to be the first on my new PC. So that's what we're doing. We're finally playing it, and yeah, it's amazing. It's phenomenal.
Congrats on the new PC, because I know you've been working towards that for a while, and Cheese had a nice building stream for a couple of days, I think, and you did well with that. You definitely deserved a new box, and glad you're getting some good use out of it.
I love it, man. It's beautiful. My old PC, for any of the nerds out there, was a 1070 with i7 4790K, and it was in a 42-liter chassis case with about 16 gigs of RAM or something like that. My new one is 14 liters, so it's a third the size. That's all you need to know. Its case is a third the size. It's all mesh around it. I have a 3080 Ti Founders Edition. I got so lucky. Shout outs to Chef Has Teeth. He was the one who stood in line at Best Buy in the US because I live in Canada. He at 5 a.m. was able to get me one and send it to me. 3080 Ti, AMD Ryzen 5600X, and 32 gigs of RAM, a 2 terabyte SSD, a 1 terabyte NVMe drive, and yeah, it's a mini ITX build. It's beautiful. It's phenomenal. I love it.
So it's safe to say you're going to do a little bit of gaming on it, just a little bit.
I mean, I'm playing Hollow Knight. That's the epitome of gaming right there, right?
That's true. That's the ultimate game to start with. Are there any bosses that you found that were just terrible so far? Like you just couldn't stand them, or
in Hollow Knight?
In Hollow Knight, yeah.
Greetings, Thundy Hypes.
So in my playthrough that I'm doing right now, I'm trying to have the fewest amount of deaths possible. We're on day 7 today, and I have 12 deaths so far. And we put in like 35 hours, so I think we're doing pretty good in terms of deaths. No, I haven't. I've died twice to only a single boss, and that was the Mantis boss lords, whatever they're called. But every other boss I've either killed first try or second try so far, out of I don't know how many, a bunch. Yeah.
Well, it's good that you have all that Souls experience too. I mean, because Cheese was the reason why I even got into the Souls genre in the first place. So really Fallen Order is really because of you. Oh yeah, you first introduced me to all of our other amazing friends in that no hit circle, and I didn't know about Dark Souls or anything until you showed me. So
really,
so if
you didn't even know about Dark Souls, like
nope,
none of the Soulsborne series.
Knew about none of that. It was all Cheese.
Ooh, nice. I'll take that.
No pressure. No pressure.
I mean, that's great, man. That's a hell of a compliment. It's one of the best series out there for sure.
Yeah, you introduced me to a hell of a lot over the years.
Yeah.
Between Bloodborne and, I mean, Bloodborne to me was the best one, but yeah, I wouldn't have known about any of it if it wasn't for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Which is your favorite?
Bloodborne. Lady Maria. She's right here. I loved it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's a solid game. I've only played through
it once.
So
you like Maria over Cos?
Something about Maria is just a little bit better than Cos. Maybe just the screaming.
Ooh.
I think the screaming probably has something to do. Just the deafening.
It wasn't the
scream.
placenta?
No, the placenta didn't throw you off at all? Placenta's fine. It's just the high-pitched screaming for about 5 to 10 minutes that probably makes Maria better. Maria's quiet, and
when that music picks up in that boss fight, it's great too.
It's very good. I mean, the soundtracks in those games are outstanding.
Yeah.
Which, did you ever see the video that they were breaking down all the time signatures in Dark Souls? In Dark Souls 3. It's a really good watch where they show like the time signature for most of the bosses in Dark Souls 3 are like in 4/4 time, but then when you get to Dancer, it's totally different, which is why some people have trouble with it sometimes. So it's really interesting.
Cool.
Definitely a must watch. So you said you've been streaming for 6.5 years. I know you've been streaming for 6.5 years. I've known you for 5 of those years. You started as Cheesewiz streams back in the day.
I'm gonna have to crack a beer open for that one.
Please do. Because there's something that I've been wanting to know is why Cheesewiz?
Oh, why Cheesewiz?
Why Cheesewiz?
Because, well, I mean, X is better than Y, so that's why I went X Cheesewiz.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair point. That's a good one. If only I had a rim shot for that.
No, so my name, it goes back a long ways. My name has kind of always been Cheesewiz online. When I was a kid, it's one of those classic stories where you're a kid and you're like, I don't know, you're finding different words and stuff, and then suddenly Cheesewiz. It was just really funny as a kid. I don't know why. I don't know. I just remember like saying it over and over. I think I was like 6 years old, something like that. And then then you get your markers that you start writing in on things and stuff, and then it becomes like, grade school, and then you get into all kinds of, dumb things, like, for example, like, doing writing your sketchbooks and doing graffiti and stuff. And then my tag was Cheesewiz, like in grade school, and then high school comes around, and then you finally buy your PS3, and then they're like, hey, this is the most important moment of your entire life where you are now going to choose the name that everybody will know you for online for the rest of your life. And I was like, let's go Cheesewiz.
No pressure.
Actually, it was Cheesewiz 04. That's what it was on PSN. And then they never let you change your name after ever again. But yeah, then it's always just kind of stuck. I like the name too. But yeah, it's long story short, I found it really funny as a kid. And then I made it my PSN name when I got a PS3. And that's it ever since.
Choosing that first name that, you will be sticking with for basically the rest of your gaming career is important. It's important. I remember sitting around a table with my friends I think I was in high school, my freshman year, coming up with all these names with different capital letters. It was embarrassing, and it was a stressful process. because gaming was a big deal. All my friends had these great PCs and everything, and I had to come up with this name, and I fiddled around with it for weeks. Still couldn't come up with anything.
Yeah. A lot of the ones, honestly, are just like the best in the moment. That's what happened with me. It was just like, screw or whatever. You don't think about it, and then you just roll with it. I mean, sometimes you get like the super elite 420 no scope, like, hashtag blaze it. But sometimes you come up with some pretty funny ones in the moment. You're like, all right, let's just roll with it. Let's just roll with it.
So you didn't want that long name with like the triple X's on either side?
Well, that's why I got rid of Cheesewiz streams. Come on.
That's true. That's true. I remember that day.
It, right?
I remember that day. That was a big day.
Yeah.
That was a big change.
That was really nice. When you can get rid of the numbers or the extra stuff in your name and get the shorter version, you're like, oh yes.
But I like my 11.
Hey, you told me that if you could get Thunder, you would go for Thunder for sure.
If I could do it across the board though, Twitter, everything, then I would change it. But that's never going to happen.
Would you? Yeah.
I mean, you know how difficult it is just to get a name on just one platform, especially on Twitch, even if it hasn't been used in a while. It's just it's super difficult. But the other question, and this is something that I don't know, and I'm sure there are people in your stream that know this, but the dolphin. Where did the dolphin come from, and why is the dolphin so awesome? Because the flips that you do, it's like it's one of the most talented. Well, you toss that dolphin all over the place. There it is.
Yeah. They're like everything, jump around and stuff, and they go.
You never drop it.
That sort of thing.
You never drop the dolphin.
Yeah,
that's it.
No, okay. So, all right. So, long time ago, when you first started streaming, you'd browse Better Twitch TV a lot, and on Better Twitch TV there'd be a lot of random GIF emotes and stuff, right? I just remember one night being in Discord, hanging out with a few people, and we were browsing Better Twitch TV emotes, and we saw the rare dolphin. We saw the rare dolphin, which is a Better Twitch TV emote. It's the dolphin, it's bobbing his head. And we're like, that's hilarious. That's amazing. And so, you put it in your channel, and then people start using it, and then it becomes a thing, and then people kind of really like it a lot. And you're like, all right, so it kind of becomes the hype, like dancing sort of emote thing. And then, and this is before I got partnered, right? But I never hit affiliates. I was lucky it took me just over a year and a half, I think, to hit partnership from starting stream. But we didn't have the affiliate program, so we didn't have any emotes or anything like that. But when I hit partnership, I was like, oh man, dude, I gotta have one of the things now. The things where, Retro Gaijin's like Slice of Japan, and everybody's got their thing, like welcome to this club, or like, a lot of people have the little like squishy thing in front of you. So I was like, I need something, right? I need something. Well, what about if you sub, what you're really doing is you're adopting a space rare dolphin, and you're out there flying through the universe, destroying things with ultimate laser beams, taking down the space ninjas because they steal your pizza, especially the really good pizza, like the meat lover pizza with the extra bacon and the extra sausage as well, which you got from the D'Arienzo's place, which was so tasty, by the way, because they're just down the street and they make it really, really well too. And then being robbed by space ninjas is like basically like a crime against humanity in and of itself. So if you're flying on a space elf and you're going in there and you're tackling them all down, it means you can get some free extra spaghetti on the side too.
Dude, all that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
There's no flawed logic at all. It just makes sense. If it doesn't make sense to you, listen to it back, and then it'll make sense.
But so, I was like, okay, that'd be kind of silly. That'd be kind of funny. And so it caught on, and people like that. People like the space dolphin, and it's just kind of silly and funny. This dolphin itself right here, this is a crochet dolphin. And this was made by one of my community members, Grim Thistle. Shoutouts to her. I met her at my second ever TwitchCon, and she was actually a big part of Hobb's streaming community too. She was hanging out with Lady Zoe. And Hob came up to me and was like, yo, Cheese. And I was like, holy, you recognized me? And anyways, and we were chatting and hanging out. And then I saw Grim Thistle and Lady Zoe in the back. And I was like, hey, can I get a hug? I didn't get a hug, but I got this. They made me this. And I've had this ever since. And it's been my kind of like the mascot, kind of like the one of my things, kind of something silly that people really like. And I even got another one too. I got a baby dolphin right here.
I haven't seen that
got
one.
A cute little baby dolphin.
That's adorable.
So when you hit the 9 month, you get the you get the baby dolphin.
With the extra sound effects, I hope.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
Exactly.
That's good.
Yeah.
So that means that the next time you do a hot tub stream, you're gonna have a dolphin blow up floaty, right? That's what's gonna happen. You didn't think you were gonna get away from not talking about the amazing hot tub stream that you did, because that was fantastic. Yep. And your dad was epic. The entire stream was fantastic.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I
That
did
was
a
a
hot
special
tub
day.
stream. And it ended up with myself in a bikini and my dad in a bikini and us dancing. Yep. It's a VOD. If you want to check it out on my channel, it's a highlight. You can watch it. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
We'll put a disclaimer somewhere on the show when it hits the other platforms. Viewer discretion advised. Epic cheesiness, something like that.
Yeah, and my dad had the hose too. So if people gifted 5 subs, it'd be like blast them, and then he'd take the hose and it was on the super spray, like, you know, it was pretty brutal. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, that was definitely a thing.
That was awesome. I think we're all glad that you did that. That was really funny and creative. It looked like you were having a blast.
It was fun. It was way out of my comfort zone though. Like way out of my comfort zone. But I mean, those are the best things to do in life, right?
That is true.
Step out of your comfort zone.
You also
like
had
this,
rubber
brother
duckies.
man.
Oh, hey.
Like this, the
That's
talk
it.
show, bringing it back. Oh, here we go. You know,
Is that
right
what we're
back
doing?
to the talk show. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
No, seriously, it's what it's all about, man. The things that make you nervous. I know you're super nervous for this, but
Oh yeah.
these are the things that are worth it, man. The things you put the time and effort into, and you're like, you know, I could just stay at home, and I could just be on my couch, and I could just be cozy, and I could just not do that. I could just say no. I could not, you know. But screw it, let's do it. You know, let's put ourselves into it, and let's put ourselves out there, and let's have some fun.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I felt this way since I started streaming. It's the nerves of when you do something new, but it's worth it in the end.
Yeah,
I'm having a good time. I'm chatting with one of my closest friends for an hour. What could be better? That's it. That's it.
Tasty toast, brother man.
I
Cheers.
have water, so I can cheers with the water.
Well, let's do it. Okay, wait. Can we do it like?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
definitely.
Yeah. No, we got it. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know where I am. I'm trying to see. Wait, no. Okay, here we go.
Ping.
Oh, cheers! Cheers, brother man. Tasty toast.
I think I'd rather have what you're having. What is that anyway?
Well, it's just a brewski. It's just a dab.
You find some of the greatest looking cans.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of craft beer. I like some nice tasty IPAs or some good stouts and stuff. And that's actually one thing my dad introduced me to was like craft beers and whatnot. And yeah, I love a good tasty craft beer once in a while.
That's good. I think I don't drink that often, but if I'm gonna have a beer, I usually have like a light Belgian ale, something like that. But
nice.
But
tasty.
Either it's that or it's red wine.
Nice.
So
solid.
Not too bad. Do you happen to know what time it is? Besides the exact time. Well, it's always time for a drink. However, chat, we have something special, and this is actually Cheese's idea. At the halfway point in the show, we're gonna be playing a little mini game. Something I'm very excited about. This was actually Cheese's idea when we were brainstorming the show, and what we'll do here is let's just flip on over to the scene, and then I'll break down what this is since this is our first time.
Oh no.
Save or delete. So I'm not here anymore. I'm gone. I'm invisible. I have now vanished into the clouds. Cheese has the floor. So this is how it's gonna work. Cheese is essentially going to be playing video game character Tinder. He has 2 minutes to swipe left or right on as many video game characters as he can to see which ones he wants to save or delete. This is Cheese's idea. I definitely got to give a big shout out to Prin and to Wolf for helping put this together. This was all built in Unity in a matter of a couple of weeks. This was Cheese's idea. Just a basic swipe game, which is just hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. So
it's really good. We tested
good.
it out yesterday, so it's really, really cool. All right, give me that code. Let's do this thing.
It is
Let's rock and roll.
9639.
Wait, can some? Oh, what? So, wait, is someone gonna steal my credit card data now? You just told it on stream.
I did, but it's okay because we're the only ones with the app, so they can't do anything anyway.
But now you have my credit card info.
If your credit card is 4 numbers, there's a bigger issue at hand.
Thunder, do I have to go erase my online data?
You have to just erase yourself from the internet now. It's too late. That beautiful PC, you just have to throw it out the window.
I'm gonna go live in the wilderness.
That doesn't sound so bad, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually planning on doing anyways.
That's true. Might as well get a jump start on it.
All right, let's rock and roll, man.
You see that play button on your end?
I do.
All right. Here we go. Best of luck.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This should be
good. All right, let's see who we got. Ganondorf. Yeah, obviously Ganondorf. Let's go. Liara. Ooh, dude, she was my Mass Effect pick. Let's go every day. Let's go. Sans. Oh, of course. That boss took me. Ezio. Get out of here. God, nerd. Shell. Yeah, she's cool. Portal's sweet. Marcus Phoenix, he's kind of a badass. He's got the beard now, all right. Donkey Kong! Ooh, DK. Donkey Kong, all right. Moira. Oh, yeah, I don't know who she is. Padme. Oh, my God, it's freaking, yeah, of course, Padme. Are you kidding me? Leia. Of course, wow, that's good. Wait, I just got Padme, then Leia on the same Tinder app? It's all random. Weird that I swipe right on them, on the mom and the. Is that weird? Is that okay? Anyways, Commander Shepard, yeah, of course. Ridley, of course. I mean, it'd be a little spiny and stuff. Optimus Prime. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Dusa. Oh, she's such a cutie. We just played Hades recently. I freaking love Dusa. Ivy, of course. Of course. Soul Calibur. Let's rock and roll. Yuna. I don't know Yuna. She looks cute though, so yes. Master Chief. Yeah, get out of here, man, Master Chief. Bayonetta, of course. That'd be pretty kinky. Trilla, nah. Harley. See, I like Harley a lot, but I don't know if I like this Batman Arkham Harley that much.
I'm with you there,
I will say yes. Let's say yes. Adult Link. Yeah, sure. All right. Kratos! Well, he's my father, so yes. Wait, is that weird? Aerolith, yeah, let's go. Demeter, I mean, she'd be kind of kinky even though she's a little old. Wow. Okay, that was pretty one-sided.
It's a little one-sided. You know, see, here, here, let's just pick out a couple here. So, I just have to ask, why Trilla to delete it? Because it's Trilla.
Yeah, she was an easy boss when we broke her.
Oh, see, well, I mean, sure. I mean, when you spend that much time in a game.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember.
Do you remember that?
Oh, that was hysterical. Jeez. I mean, explain, because it was hysterical.
Basically,
hysterical.
Of course, if you're watching Thunder, you've probably seen his amazing, fantastic, no hit, no damage, freaking Jedi falling over run. And so you know who Trill is, you know, the last boss of the game. Spoilers. Basically, I played the game as well, and I kind of like to break games. I like to think outside the box a little bit. We literally thought outside the box with this one. When you go into her room, you can jump back out of the gate and spawn her, and you can get outside of the boss room with her in there and her trying to attack. And you can provoke her to attack, and she'll actually glitch out of the door to the area before the actual boss fight. And then her attacks are like super crazy and they go super fast, and there's no barriers to stop her. So we were attacking her for a bit, and then she just flew off the end of the map and just died in a pool of lava, and we completely borked our save. Because she was dead and we couldn't do anything.
I didn't believe it. I tried to duplicate it myself. I couldn't do it.
It was so funny. It was great. But yeah, that's kind of what I like to do is the silly stuff. But yeah, so she was easy, man. And honestly, on her,
That's fair.
not the biggest fan.
That's fair. So, one last question before we swap back over. So, if you had to
Yep.
pick only one character from what you saved, you only get to save one from the ones that you saved. Just one. Who would it be?
Ooh.
Granted, you saved a bunch, but you can only choose one.
Ooh.
Bet you didn't think I was going to ask that question.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, Liara was on my first Mass Effect playthrough, all 3 games was Liara. I chose Liara the whole time. But I don't know if I'd save that. Optimus Prime is pretty badass, but no. Femshep is pretty freaking awesome too. Ganondorf, like freaking Ganondorf, man. But I don't know if I want to go on a date with him.
Well,
Dusa's super cute though. Dusa, we recently played Hades, gave her all the nectar and stuff. Got that relationship just all the way, even though she didn't want me and everything. That's okay. That's her choice. But she's super cute. But I'd probably go. I don't know, man. I'd probably go Padme.
Padme.
Shit, I'd go Padme. You can't get over those childhood crushes, man. You can't do it.
I had a big crush on Natalie Portman. Yeah.
If the Star Wars universe could be real and I could save that by saving her, I'd probably do that, man. I'd probably do that.
That's a good decision. That's a good decision. Thanks again for
I'd
the
probably
idea
go
for
for
this. This is
Yeah,
so
no
much
problem,
fun.
man. Dude, chat, this looks so good, right? This looks so cool. They put it together. Thunder with his mod team and everybody else working together. Huge shoutouts. It's a really cool just little mini game for this. It's awesome.
You can thank Sirius Wolf and Princess Buttercloud for helping put this together. Wolf spent like 2 weeks coding this entire thing in Unity. It's fantastic. So big thanks, and Cheese, thanks for the idea.
No problem, man.
That was awesome.
Dude, it turned out great.
It really did.
It turned out freaking great.
It really did. And honestly, for future shows, just to give Cheese knows this, but the goal will be for future shows is there'll be a choice of different games to play. I'd like to come up with Pong. I mean, Cheese and I can verse each other in a quick game of Pong. Something like that, where as the guests, they'll be able to choose what we do. We'll keep track of who beats me because I'll be terrible. It's gonna be good fun. So glad that went super well. That was
Come
great.
together, brother, man.
Good decisions. Good decisions.
Okay, so you asked me about my name. How did you come up with your name?
Oh boy,
I don't think I know that story.
Let's
do it on the OG, the first
fine.
episode, man. We got to hear it.
My father is that's a good question. My father is probably one of the biggest influences for the stream. Although he might not understand Twitch completely, he's the biggest influence. He studied meteorology before switching to accounting. We talked about weather like crazy growing up. So just sitting in the garage at home with my father, we watched the thunderstorms. We'd listen to the thunderstorms. It was great.
Oh,
so
cool.
Just
Sweet.
because of that, that's where thunder came from. But the Scepter 11 part, I took a road trip with an old friend of mine. We ended up at the National Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio. And there's a ship there, a jet called the Thunder Scepter. I think they moved it out since then. But while I was trying to find a new gaming handle, I just said, okay, Thunder Scepter sounds cool. And 11's my favorite number because of Apollo 11 and just because of the symmetry.
Oh.
It's the OCD in me with the symmetry of the 2 ones. It just makes me happy. Plus, I'm a big New York Rangers fan, so Mark Messier was number 11. So all of that together, long story short, that's where the name came from. But it's primarily because of weather, hence the adorable little clouds that are everywhere. But yeah, that's
Wait, since I'm on your cool new talk show podcast, I get one of those, right? That's like part of the deal, or
you know
something?
what? That's not bad, actually.
Is that part of the? Did I go on? Because I'm pretty sure we talked about that beforehand. Because I totally get one of those.
It's sure if I get one of those Cheesewiz mugs.
Oh.
I'll have your people call my people. Cheese deserves a lot of things. Cheese deserves a lot of things. And one other thing I wanted to make sure we talked about, and this is something that Cheese and I have talked about frequently, and we even touched on it before Save or Delete, is diversifying content. And this is something that Cheese and I are passionate about. We've had conversations in private about both of our streams about this kind of thing and how it's important. And branching out even into this talk show is a big step. And even Cheese doing all of his expo work, with the bingo, and which I think is still brilliant. The E3 bingo is one of the best things I think I've seen on Twitch since I've come to this platform. I don't know if anybody in chat, I'm sure people have definitely played, but if anybody in chat remembers it, but E3 bingo is just super exciting, something we've always looked forward to. But I think diversifying content now more than ever is super important, because it's getting kind of tough on the platform.
Yeah. Well, especially on Twitch. See, that's the kind of thing, I don't know, at least for me, is you said on the platform, but that's kind of I think where the key is, right? Is it needs to be multiple platforms. I think you can't, I have for so long, I'll be completely transparent and honest, is I have thought of myself as a Twitch streamer or someone just on Twitch dedicated to that platform. But I think the key is you need to be dedicated to yourself first and what you do, and then the platforms that actually support you, right? Like, I was always so thankful, and I still am. That sounds weird. I am still extremely thankful for everything I've always had through Twitch and all my friends in my community and stuff. But I was maybe a little bit too loyal to the brand itself. And post up some YouTube videos, or doing some TikTok stuff, or tweeting out some funny stuff, or some skits or whatever, helps you and everything else out at the same time. And that's one big lesson that has taken me so long to learn, and is finally kind of starting to hit home, but I think is really important these days, for sure, in terms of diversifying content, doing other things. Look at you doing this, and then you're going to upload this as an audio and a podcast and everything, which is going to be super cool, right? That's part of it. Right? I've always had my loyalties tied to Twitch so much that I never really thought about doing other content in other places. But that just because you do other content in other places doesn't mean you're also not super thankful and really happy and still doing the Twitch streams and stuff too. That's been a big lesson for me. Big lesson for me. Which is also really exciting too, because I can tie that into the other big thing I do.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. We'll just hand it off to Thunderceptor Brother Man.
No, it's a good point, because I don't know. I think I would speak for everybody that's ever played a game ever. There's so much coming out, and they're great titles coming out, but even somebody who's in project management, tracking stuff is a pain in the neck. And not that this message is sponsored by SoonTM, but I told you I was going to mention that, because we were joking about that. It's like, well, what if we had something that this segment's sponsored by? It was just really funny. SoonTM is SoonTM.com, which if you haven't visited yet, please do so. I'm on there all the time. I've known about it for years. Chef Has Teeth and Cheesewiz put this site together. It is the ultimate gaming calendar and tracker for anything that's coming out. You want to know when the new Gran Turismo game's coming out, when the new Star Wars Jedi 2 is coming out, which we don't know about. I just
Jedi Falling Over too.
Yeah. It's important that us as gamers, we know when the stuff's coming out. There's just so much. This site does it all. And honestly, I wanted to know what inspired you to come up with this in the first place, because I think you've done all of us a great service by putting that at the site.
Not just me, well, Sherf as well. Chef Has Teeth, Brother Man, Lunch and Midday.
Both of you.
No, I know, I know.
Oh yeah,
it's important. It's very important. Both of us, both of us for sure. I've had this idea for a long time. Okay, this actually, it all ties in wonderfully. When I first started streaming, okay, a couple months before that, I was kind of starting to get into a little bit of my depression again. Yeah, I've dealt with depression a lot in my entire life, and I was going to school. I was taking business classes. I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't really there for me. and I was kind of feeling myself getting in a little bit of depression. I wasn't going to classes as much. I was getting good grades, but I just wasn't invested. I was playing games. You know, I'd been watching Twitch since the Justin TV days. I've been around since way before Twitch was even a site, back on Justin TV, watching like OG, White Raw, and Destiny, and so many people in Husky and TB. But anyways, I came up with 2 goals. These 2 goals were, one, I've always wanted to stream. I've watched streaming for so long, I should start streaming. And the second goal is I've always wanted to make a website. I should make a website. And I went to my uncle and I was like, how do I make a website? And he helped me and we bought a domain name. And then I started streaming and I never made that website. Until I reached out to Chef Has Teeth Brother Man. Chef, how many years has it been? 4 years ago, something like that. I think it's 4 years in October. I think I reached out to him. And I pitched him this idea. And I was like, you know what I'm really frustrated with? I'm a streamer, and it's so hard to keep track of when games come out. Yeah, I could put them in a Google Calendar, but man, I do a ton of research, and I put them in there, but it's a pain in the butt. It's all this extra time. What if we had a shared Google Calendar for like a bunch of streamers, for a stream team or whatever, where we all found these games, we just put in the Google Calendar when it came out, and then we could all access that information and be able to plan out our streams and when we wanted to do it and when was the right time to do it, all this kind of stuff. And then I was like, well, why don't we just turn it into an actual calendar for an actual site? And then anybody can use it and keep track of when games are coming out, because it's such a pain in the butt when you just Google it in and you're like, all right, when does this game come out? Or what games are coming out this month? Or, you know, like, oh, right, when was that game? I saw that game at E3, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, what if there was a great hub? What if there's a great way to keep track of that? What if there was a place with no ads, with no BS, which is really nice UI and a calendar with a bunch of games that was created by the community so that people could keep track, could browse a bunch of different games, and just remember when they're all coming out. So we created it. We're like, why doesn't this exist? Well, you know what? Let's put our money where our mouth is, and let's actually make it ourselves. So it was three years. Chef and I worked behind the scenes together, bringing in a few people here and there, like this brother man over here, giving us some feedback and stuff. And then we finally put it out. It's in early access right now, but soontm.com, calendar for video games. Help you keep track of when they're coming out and browse all the really cool ones that are coming out for the rest of the year, for next year, seeing the backlog, keep track of them all. Yeah. SoonTM.
It's become like a household name for me. I remember talking to I think it was to my father the other day. I said, look, this game's coming out here. You look, soon TM. He's like, what? What are you talking about? It's just soon. That's it.
Soon? Hey, soon. Thunder, when's God of War Ragnarok coming out?
Let me check. I think it says soon. It says soon.
Oh yeah,
soon.
No, pretty soon, right? Yeah,
soon.
No, pretty soon.
Pretty soon. Yeah. It's coming up soon.
It's just huge shout outs to Mouse. Because she was the one actually who came up with the name for the site. Chef and I were having a tough time. It was originally called Games Media Calendar. GMC, yeah. And we were pitching a bunch of names, and she's like, they all suck. Why don't you just make it something silly like Soon TM? And we're like, oh. And then we bought the domain name. It was a little bit of money, but that's okay. It's we love it. We absolutely love it.
It's good that you picked it up.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
So yeah, it's a passion project. Honestly, it's not really there to make us millionaires. It's to help everybody just keep track of games. Just a good tool to finally be able to be like, all right, that game comes out. Right. Easy. Favorite that game. Watch a trailer. Good to go. Yeah.
It's fantastic. And it's easy to get into the site too. Just log in with Twitch. That's it. Takes 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Just click a button. That's it. So please go visit the site. You will not regret it. Guarantee you. I'm on there all the time. You can add games yourself, and the UI is fantastic.
Thank you, brother, man.
Yeah, I'm really glad you came out with that, and congrats on the release. Because it's really neat.
It was really fun. Those skit videos beforehand were so much fun to make. They were so silly. That's where all the memes came from.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
So we have some time left. So we actually have a few questions from chat.
Oh, okay.
Now these are deep questions, so I'm kind of curious as to how this works. And Chad, if you want to ask Cheese a question with some of the time we have left, Just use the channel point reward. But Serious Wolf wants to know, are all the lasers on the Space Dolphins the same color? And if not, is it because of the X or the cheese?
No, it depends what the dolphins eat. You know, it's like pineapples and like, you know, like spaghetti or whatever. Sometimes they're green, sometimes they're red, sometimes they're like turquoise or whatever it is, you know? That's how it works. It's like your pee, you know? Changes color depending on if you've been eating Cheetos or, you know, drinking beer or something like that. It's the same thing with dolphins. That's how it works with lasers.
I've never seen my pee change colors based on you having Cheetos, so I don't know
your
what
pee
you're
doesn't
eating.
change colors?
Not for Cheetos.
Wait, what?
When I have water,
God.
it does, but not for Cheetos. So what are you eating? I'm just curious. That's you know what would be nice if you had a book that broke down the Space Dolphins in illustration.
Oh,
You know.
well, yeah, we do. It's a handbook. Yeah, you get it when you sub.
I didn't get it. I've been subbed for almost.
Well, you did. You must have thrown it away or something. That wasn't very
I'll have to check
resourceful.
Sword.
That's like space trash, man. That's not good. You can't do that.
Approved trash.
Yeah.
There's that Fallen Order reference. I just had to get that in there again. So, okay, of course, Chef with the ultimate question: would you save or delete me, and why? Chef wants to know if you'd save him or delete him.
That's just like I mean, like how
It just takes a drink. We can let you two work that out
Turf,
behind the scenes.
I'd save you I'd save you the last piece of cheesecake at my birthday party. That's how much I'd save you. There you go.
See,
There you go, brother man.
Oops, I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. See, now that's a beautiful moment right there. Beautiful moment. What's the meaning of life? Takar wants to know.
42.
There you go. That's a quick fire answer. That's great. That's really good.
Beauty.
Okay, so this one, it's Wave Symphony. Why won't you admit Luigi is the best? Like these are getting increasingly difficult.
Luigi Condom Man. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He needs more Yoshi money, all right? It's Wario. Wario's the best. Let's be serious. Wario. Wario. You know?
That's pretty good.
Again, let's go.
That's not bad. And I do have to say, the beard is looking epic.
The beard.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been growing it for solid 6 weeks or so, yeah.
That's really good. And of course, SDK comes up with that exact question. Is it required to be from Canada to grow such an epic beard?
No, so you have bears in the US, right?
Yeah.
And in Russia, and I think Australia. Those are the only 3 places other than Canada, I think, that have bears. If you wrestle a bear and you walk away I
think we've frozen. There we go. Now we're back.
Oh, did it cut out?
It cut out a little bit. I said if you wrestle the bear and then...
So if you got bears in the US, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you got bears in Russia and Australia, I think, right? So those are the other three places that have...
Did it again. Discord, please.
5.
Discord, please. There we go.
And which allows you to then, grow a beard. That's how it works.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Discord's doing that thing again.
Oh, it's taking a poop? Oh, that's okay. It's flushing it.
It's okay. Actually, I'm surprised it lasted this long. It's good.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting questions.
All right, hit me with another one. Let's go.
Prin wants to know, would you save or date? I mean, delete Thundy. That's
save or date or delete?
It says save or date, I mean delete Thundy. So I guess save or
okay, well,
yeah, see that's
okay, so we could go on a date and then I'd choose if I'd save or delete you. How about that?
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's I guess that works. Fine.
All right.
Chance
okay.
Chance
Let's
to prove myself.
Sure. Let's do it.
That's fine. That's fair. Well, that's what
I need a minimum of 10 compliments to the beard. Otherwise, it's delete. I'll just tell you up front.
How about
That's
11? Because that's the best number.
Well, yeah.
Is that too much?
That's excessive though, as well. You know, like that's a lot.
So,
You know, I kind of at that point, I kind of like, you know, are you sucking up to me? Like, what, you know?
so it's from 10 to 11. That's where it becomes excessive.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Double digits, then you're good. Yeah. That's all you need.
But 11 is a double digit. So
Yeah,
technically I
once
can
you
go up
hit
to
double
99.
digit.
Oh, once you hit, okay. So anything beyond
Yeah.
that. Got it.
Yeah.
And there's no decimals in here either, not 10.1. That's just pushing
Exactly.
it. Got it. 'Cause that's just
Yeah.
a letter. That's not a deal. Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. I'll mark that down on my whiteboard. It's super important. So one thing I wanted to ask, not just you, but really everybody who's going to be on the show, and this might be a tough question. I just figured it'd be nice to have something that we could kind of track through all time. We've talked about the origin of Cheesewiz streams. If you could change your name to anything without hesitation, no restrictions, nothing. Granted, we know you love Cheesewiz, but let's say Cheesewiz isn't on the table anymore. It's been deleted from the internet. You have to change it to something.
I can choose anything?
You can choose anything you want. Even if it's been taken, it just gets ripped out of that person's hands. It's now yours across the board for continuity. It's yours.
Thunder.
Oh. See, that's... Well, this is the first and the last show. Yeah, this was the first and the last show of Chatting Up a Storm. Thank you so much for being here. Cheese was the first and the last guest. Crushing my hopes and dreams in the process. All that work with Save or Delete down the drain because Cheese would take Thunder. That's I don't know how I feel about that. That's a tough one.
And then my emote, what is it called? The prefix before my emote would be Thunder. And yours would be Thundy.
See, now you're just putting salt in the wound, twisting the knife. That's messed up.
Oh no.
I'm curious how many times somebody's gonna say that in the future. Oh, I would just take Thunder, and it just becomes a meme again and again and again. That's really funny.
Okay. All right. First episode. How about you? If you could choose, and you can't say Cheesewiz. I got you. All right, I got you. What would you choose if you could choose a completely different name and anything was on the table? No Thunder and no Cheesewiz. What would you choose? Where would you go?
I'll avoid the weather as a whole, just because that's kind of like I could go anywhere in the weather category. I'd probably be fine. But
I mean, it could be like Storm, you know, like X-Men wise. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, that's true. Could be Storm. Of course, community wise, I'd always associate the community as a whole as the Storm. That'd be tough.
Right.
But
if you could rebrand, choose a completely new name, where would you go?
That's a tough one. All right, I'm trying to stay away from Star Wars. I'm trying to stay away from weather. It's like the two things. I don't know. You know what? I'd go with elephant. Just elephant. It's my favorite animal. I would just be elephant, spelled the correct way.
Oh, wow, that was not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
Not that. not elephant.
Just elephant. That's it. Twitch.tv/elephant. That's the whole thing. It is my favorite animal.
I expect you to be an elephant at that point.
You know what?
You don't look like an elephant. I don't know if would you? Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Elephant. That's it. No 11, not elephant scepter 11, just elephant.
All right.
I'm seeing a lot of good spellings of elephant, and there's different ways to do that. Malima, yeah, we adopted an elephant about 3 years ago. And
really?
Yeah. And she was released.
Cool.
She was released too.
That's super cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was pretty great.
Elephant. So I'd be Thunder and you'd be Elephant. Wow, that's a different world dimension that I don't know if I want to live in, man. I think I'm okay with how it is right now.
Well, I mean, we could start getting into conversations about alternate universe, and maybe that's already happened in a different life. So, could you imagine?
Oh no.
Elephant brother, man. It just doesn't work.
I would be Spider-Man. I'd be Spider-Man in a different universe.
Well, I mean, theoretically, you and I would both be Spider-Man in one universe and one in a different one. Because if it's an unlimited amount of universes, that means that superpowers exist in one of them. So, you know, that's a thing.
Oh. No, I'm Spider-Man.
Just that's it. How would
I'm Spider-Man and Batman.
But you realize how the suit would look around your face. It would just like be fluffy, like on the bottom of the mask. You're not going to shave, are you?
Yeah, but think about it. Like, Spider-Man has hairs on his fingers. Think I would just need to go like this to climb a wall.
And you know, it's funny for the podcast sake, because this is going to be audio only. Cheese is just nodding his head up in random directions. As if he's climbing up a brick wall. Got it. Now that's it. Can anybody in chat put that together in a quick drawing so we can put it as a thumbnail? Because that's...
Oh, no.
That's it. That's a good idea for a comic book.
Oh,
Your beard is what attacks. That's it.
Yeah.
The Beard Attacks. Coming out in 2022 by Sony Pictures. That's hysterical.
Oh, no.
That's great. Thanks so much for being here again. I know we're up to that
Hey,
hour
no
mark
problem,
now.
man.
This has been an absolute blast. Please go
It
follow
has,
Cheesewiz.
man. It's been super silly. It's been memes. It's been giggles. It's been all the best stuff, man. Good friends hanging out, chilling on a couch. You literally got the couch now and everything. Nice looking lights, nice looking setup. Beauties everywhere. Everybody enjoying it. Some questions and stuff. The flow of the podcast. I mean, I don't know. I was on it, so I don't know. Was the flow good, chat? Was it good? Type of winning chat. Did you guys have fun? Did you guys have fun? Was it a good one? I feel like it was a good one, man. A good start to this rock and roll endeavor. Let's go. GG's. I see 2s and 69s in chat. That's not a 1. Oh.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, I see a few 1s in my chat. Okay, they liked it.
They liked it. Good.
I don't know about your community, but my community, they liked it.
My community's up in the air. They just like to mess with me and troll me. That's usually how it goes. If they're not teasing me at some point throughout the night, it's not a good night. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. But
no, it was good, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me on, man.
It was a blast.
And thank you so much for
the timing of that.
This together.
Oh my gosh, the timing on that
is exactly what you needed. And I really, really believe. Oh no, did I just cut out?
Oh my gosh!
At the heartfelt moment.
You said, and
wow.
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. What did he say? He was like, and you know what's really important? And you froze like this, as if you were like the claw.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that was fantastic.
Wow. Well, you're probably just gonna have to go back and watch my VOD on my channel to see what I actually said then. Okay. All right. Yep. That's well, I'm done this beer, so yeah. You're not paying me overtime, are you, Thunder? You're not, because
Did your agent not tell you about all that stuff?
Oh shit, Cheesy, did you not? Cheesy, how much are we getting from him? Cheesy, how much did you pay? Are we normal rates or what, Cheesy? Oh no.
The agreement was I would just mention Soon TM like 6 times throughout the show, and that was it.
But you didn't even mention it 6 times though, dude. Like
I actually mentioned it 7.
Cheesy, we're gonna have to have a talk, man. We're gonna have to have a talk, man.
Tree Fitty. Cheesy, if he lets you go, just give me a call. I can put you to work. It's fine. That's okay. No, I appreciate the kind words.
What I was gonna say is, as a friend, I'm really proud of you for putting this all together. For diving into something that makes you nervous, but something that will be fulfilling and something that is like a first step. You know, for myself, I've taken a lot of first steps this year. I've really tried to make 2021 a building year for myself, and seeing you do that with yourself, moving out to Florida, following your heart, following your dreams, putting this into place, making it a reality, and actually taking that big step out of that comfort zone, something you're nervous about, something you really want to do. I'm really proud of you for doing that, man. And I'm really excited to see where this goes. I'm really excited to see you happy and really excited with what you're doing.
I really appreciate that. See, I'm not going to cry on the first stream. Look, tears don't move to audio. It's fine. It doesn't move to audio. Speaking of audio, if you did miss this, you wouldn't know that you missed it until after you got to this point in the recording, but this will be on Spotify and all the other podcast sites. Hopefully by beginning of next week. We'll throw it up on the tubes of you. All
And if you're from my stream, yeah, go Thunder Scepter, brother man, go pop over there. You say you're gonna do this every 2 weeks or so?
Every
You
2
got a
weeks.
bunch of guests and stuff lined up.
We
Do
have-
you want to plug some of the who some of the guests might be?
Well, I don't have official
It's up to you.
confirmation
Up to you.
of the second guest. He said it depends on work. As soon as I get confirmation, I was hoping to announce it today, but what I will say is we have probably about 8 or 9 people lined up. And if it's every 2 weeks, we have content easily through the rest of the year and the beginning of next year. And if it goes well where I can get into a rhythm, we'll do this weekly. So it's moving. We got a lot of people interested. Yeah.
Maybe soon TM's got to sponsor this one. You know, maybe the official Soon TM podcast or something like that at some point. That'd be pretty cool too.
That's a little bit of foreshadowing.
Yeah, maybe. Oh,
Maybe. It's possibly.
No, man, I'm really proud of you. I think you'll be a great host. I think you'll have a lot of awesome people on, and I think your community and their communities are gonna love it, man. I think it's gonna be great.
I appreciate it. And now you're gonna go the rest of your stream without dying in Hollow Knight, right?
Can I get another beer? Oh, I got whiskey. I don't need beer.
There you
Okay,
go.
ready, let's go.
That's it.
I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been cutting down the booze quite a bit.
Have you?
I've been losing some weight. Feels good. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get back to that. Well, enough that I don't really drink anyway, but the working out. I've put on a few of the pandemic pounds.
COVID pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Interesting. I'll have to get back to that immediately. That's not going to improve anytime soon if I don't work at it. But please go follow Cheese. Big shout out to him for not just for the brainstorming, for the great friendship, for being here as our first guest. But it's just great having him as a friend. So please go follow Cheesewiz. Thanks for shouting him out. I'm assuming you're not ending yet. You're going to go play Hollow Knight. You're going to play more? Or are you wrapping up?
Yeah. I'm addicted to a video game, and when that happens,
You just gotta play.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, then you go enjoy. Go play the game. Beat all of the things. And I'm sure we'll have Cheesewiz on again at some point. He says he wants to be a filler. Somebody drops out. Let's just go chat.
Filling with cheese.
That's it. That's it. That's
Oh,
really good.
no.
And thanks again for wearing the shirt, because that's...
Yeah, man, the Star Wars goodness. I know we geek out about Star Wars and everything. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd too.
Yeah. Which we didn't end up talking about.
Next time, man. Next time.
I'll make a note. Thanks, Cheesy. We'll let Cheesewiz get back to his epicness. Go follow him. Go watch him. That was awesome.
Rock and roll, brother, man.
Oh, yeah. Thanks so much.
We'll see you in the next one, too.
Sounds good.
Brother man! I make weird sounds. I'm sorry.
Which we'll also talk about next time, too, because I have an idea for a whole new language for you.
Oh, God, yeah. All right, I'll let you go. Thanks for having me on, man.
Of course, my pleasure. Take it easy.
Soon.
Soon.